decided to go up to his Oh no, oh no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time. It's a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
哎，这个桌子是真的可以跳上去的。嗷！哎，蹲下可以了。这是什么 bug 吗？嘿，我逃出来了。白光哎，我第一次没有这么害怕。
Until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
两个好像都是个结局。好，我讨厌这个笑话。
Well, I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just hit escape and restart the game any old time you want, like right now. You could have done it just then. Now would also be an appropriate time to quit. Any of these points and so many, many more, all of them are appropriate. I'm enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on where you are literally unable to act on your own desires to restart the game. So, just to push the envelope, I'm going to try and make this as miserable as possible and see how long you can maintain. There once was a man named Stanley, who people considered so manly. But the truth must be told, he was not very old and was quite ridiculous. Some kind of glutton. He did it all day in a meaningful way, but his brain had long ceased. Which is why he is in this parable and lives an existence quite terrible. And if you are not strong and keep playing along, you too will become quite unbearable. Yes. You too will become quite unbearable.
那所以他只有这样子而已啦。你还会继续唱歌吗？后面好像是在循环，所以这个结局应该只有这样子了。好，选否。
Then in that case, we'll continue. But now, here comes the real question. What do you think would have happened if you had told me that you wanted this to stop? Do you think it would have been particularly different? Would I have taken the same idea but rephrased it superficially to fit that answer? Perhaps you never would even have thought of it if I hadn't brought up the issue in the first place. Oh, now think about it. Would it be worth it for you to restart and then come back here just to do the other option? Clearly, this whole gag takes some time. What if the other option is even longer? How long will you spend in total just to have heard all the narration? Oh, and this is rich. Perhaps you've just played the other option, and now you've come to see what happens in this one. So, what do you think? Which choice was the better one? Imagine if you had selected continue on your first playthrough, how tantalizing it would be not knowing what happens when you pick the other option.
我已经看过了前面的那个结局。
Though if the other option is really miserable to listen to, then perhaps you're not. In fact, I'm just going to say that no one who's listening to this is lucky. Well now, I've built up the other options so much that I'm going to stop talking and leave you to your decision whether to come back here, continue with the game, or just sit in this spot forever and ever. Cheers.
啊，旁白，不要丢下我！嘿，他真的把我丢下来嘞。好吧，我只能重启游戏了。天堂结局比较麻烦，419。 先到419的桌子，这个不看攻略很难解出来啦。 419的桌子，把他电脑按一下，然后重启游戏，然后是423，好了，这边的电脑 ，OK。
I decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard.
哈，我的电脑，哎，黑掉了。喂 ，Welcome to Stanley to Heaven。这是什么诡异的音乐？好，这边到这里就结束了，就没有什么其他东西了。这样我们重启游戏吧。另外一个解法很特别，要在 Steam 上重启游戏，而且启动的时候要输入一些什么关键字。我再重启游戏吧。哦，这样子吗 ？OK。
Stanley, this is me being serious. In fact, this is my serious room. It's where I come to be serious. That table is the most serious table I could find. I looked at many, many tables, hundreds of tables. It's possible I looked at over 1,000 tables. I honestly don't know. The specific number isn't as important as the understanding that of all tables I looked at, this one is the most serious. I relate this story to impress upon you the extent to which this is the most serious room I have, which is why I brought you here. You just tried to activate server cheats, which of course runs the risk of breaking the entire game. You've got no respect for the strict order of scripted narrative events, and I just can't have that. It's time to get serious, Stanley. No jokes, no games. Outside of this room, I might be more tolerant of those things, but now we're in the room. Which is why I'm subjecting you to the most serious punishment I can think of.
110兆年，我顶多只能陪你待个100年吧。
In the serious room. Perhaps after that, we can talk about the severity of your actions and whether you've learned anything. But until then, serious room, go.
所以他不会讲话，我再次输入。
Whoa, did we not have the talk? Are we not in the serious room this very moment? Did I not tell you how many tables I looked through? I'm going to be conservative and say it was somewhere in the tens of thousands of tables. Any reasonable person would say I spent an absurd amount of time doing nothing but looking at tables, and I genuinely considered each one too. I took a hell of a lot of notes. I kept the notes in a different room. That room is less serious than this one. It's more of a notes room. Again, the point of this story is to convey how serious I feel this cheating issue is. And I'm sure you'll agree with me once you've fulfilled your new punishment. Infinity years in the serious room. I generally have trouble reading human emotions, but I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that you're devastated by this crippling new punishment. As well you should be. It's the most serious I could think of. Can you get more serious than that? No, you can't. Don't try.
好，我再输入。听说有3次，可以输入3次，有种不同的样子。它也会有不同的话。
The serious room, it isn't serious enough. That's on me. I apologize. I'm going to
你没错，我只是想要解决局而已。
Hopefully, I find one that conveys how wrong what you're doing is. Now, where did I put those notes?
没了吗？ OK， 没有说话，好，那就结束了这个结局。啊，我们好像剩下的选择不多了。啊，杂物室有了。
Stanley decided to go up. Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
我把自己关在这里。
In a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his Oh no, oh no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time. Leave. Stanley decided to go up to his boss's
被封锁了。
hoping he
好了，这是那个杂物间的彩蛋。
All of his co-workers were gone.
这个才是白板结局的场景吧。Welcome to the whiteboard ending. 我在想这个跳下去站在卡车上会不会死掉？好，也是会。接下来我们要去迎接我们的真结局了。
Stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your
这个
work
嘣一声，
aside.
一开始真的吓了我一大
To let
跳
her。back into your life. She's been waiting.
拔掉电话
That's
线
her,。Stanley. Oh, no, you can't. Did you just unplug the phone? No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes
不
in.
不不，
fade
我
to
一
white,
开始就解这个的。
Not
你
picking up
骗
the
我
phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person. I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, it can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Stephen has a choice. He could spend years helping improve the quality of life for citizens of impoverished third world nations. Or he could systematically set fire to every orphan living in a 30-kilometer radius of his house. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
实践
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
可是我只看了后半段呢。
Welcome back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
我还可以去哪？这个还可以上去的。
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with
这是我们来的
reality.
地方吗？门会打开吗？这是我们过来的地方吧？
almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending. The story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world. Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
啊，那我走进右边的门会怎样？
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
哈哈，他把它锁起来了，不让我走了。可回去的话，又是我遇过的结局。
It's ruined. I can't believe after everything we talked about that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is not incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to. I have to.
不要！不要！
I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You. Who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child. Oh, my story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
真结局跟那个混乱结局是一样的。
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly. 所以这次好，我这次听你的，因为右边他会给我直接重新开始。Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
杂物间打不开了。
Coming to a staircase,
下面的楼梯也那个锁住了。这次只有一个结局吧，就只有一条路线可以选择。老板办公室不一样了。
Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it.
Hello.
Behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Nightshark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only
午
one
夜
way
杀
to
灵，
find out.
可是他好像要讲英文呢，
Never to
我
speak
不太
out,
会英文
but。now he would draw from within himself the
15
courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
哎，芝麻开门，让我通关。
Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall. I'm sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
115。前面那个怎么念来着？
Okay, fine. You're not gonna do it. But you know what?
好啦，不过其实没关系啊，他应该会自己打开。
Only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward.
啊
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors,
啊，为什么我在这里？
door on his left. Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice. I need you to walk through the door. Are you listening to me? Can you hear me? Is everything all right?
结束了吗？
Stanley, this is
所以刚刚那个
important.
背后，如果真的那个解开了，会发生什么事
I need you
情
to？ make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me?
开始跑字幕了。
Just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you
现
to
在
take
扮演
that
是一个
step
上帝
forward,
上帝视
please.
角。
Choose. Do something. Anything. This is more important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.
OK 啊，这个游戏就到这边就没什么了，剩下一个婴儿结局游戏，我不知道我要不要玩，下次再说吧。各位，我是黑仔，帮我点个喜欢、订阅之类的。好，我们其他视频再见，拜拜。